Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. What a lot of Mr. Men there are. I wonder which one we shall be meeting next. Can you guess?
There are indeed a lot of Mr. Men and Little Miss, but Mr. Tickle isn't one of them. What? I hear you shout at your screens. Well, let's delve into his story and look at why I said this slander. Roll the titles. Yes, Mr. Tickle, the first of Roger Hargreaves' books in the series. He is instantly recognisable. He's round, he's orange, and has a small blue hat. And of course he has exceptionally long arms that can extend. And if you ever hear this sound, or maybe even this sound, you know he is tickling. Mr. Tickle was the first of the Mr. Men. All those that followed, all 50 Mr. Men and 40 Little Miss, also had a simple design and was based on one simple characteristic. But you said he wasn't a Mr. Man. Okay, bear with me as I explain. His very first appearance was in his self-titled book released on August 10th, 1971. It was sparked by Roger Hargreaves' son, Adam, asking what a tickle looked like. Rather than doing what most dads would do and take the opportunity to tickle his son, he came up with Mr. Tickle. It took several attempts to find a publisher that would take a chance in it, but eventually one did, and the first Mr. Men was brought into the world. I've just told you he isn't a Mr. Man. Well, originally he was never known as a Mr. Man. He was the only one at the time, and no other Mr. Men had been created yet. In the book, Roger starts by saying,
You didn't know that there was such a thing as a tickle, did you? Well, there is. Tickles are small and round, and they have arms that stretch and stretch and stretch.
There you have it. His original concept was a visualization of what a tickle looks like, to answer his son's question. It wasn't until Roger expanded the series with Mr. Greedy, Happy, Nosy and Sneeze that they became the Mr. Series, and of course what we know as Mr. Men. Mr. Tickle in his book just lives in an unnamed town, just like you and I live in. No Mr. Land, Happy Land or Dillydale are identified. These places were still to be introduced. In some later books it is determined that he lives in Happy Land, where of course Mr. Happy lives. In this book, however, he is in an unnamed town where he lives with humans who are also not named. And this is the story. He goes to town to tickle anyone he can. He tickles a teacher, a policeman, greengrocer and railway guard, as well as a doctor and butcher. None of the other characters actually interact with him. He is always hidden when he tickles, and in my opinion, I don't think anyone can actually see him, because he is what a tickle looks like, and humans can't see this. In future books, this changes and he can be seen. There is no consequence for him tickling people that didn't ask to be tickled. No more about why you should ask for permission, for example. Just a short story of someone who loves to tickle, with beautiful, simple hand-drawn pictures by Roger. The book took off and has been translated into many languages, including French, Japanese, and German, to name a few. He's appeared in many of the other characters' books as well, including Mr. Grumpy, Tall, Slow, Little Miss Trouble, and Magic, as well as Scatterbrain. He also is in many of what I call the ensemble books, books that have a large proportion of the characters in the story. Sometimes he appears as the main focus character, and others just as a minor one. He's appeared in colouring books, find and search books, as well as maths books. He hasn't changed much from his first creation, with only minor changes throughout. One of these being is that when he appears in Mr. No's book, he has a green hat and not his usual blue one. but in essence he has changed little. His main characteristic, that of course has never changed, is that he likes to tickle. Who'd have guessed? And any chance he gets, he will tickle anyone who is near. But although this is what he is known for, he of course has other strings to his bow. He is kind at heart and cares, even if his love for tickling others can come across as annoying. He is a fan favourite, and that was why he is a character that appears in a lot of Mr Men media. He is present in all the main TV shows that have been produced. The first of these was the 1974 Mr Men original TV show, a recreation of each of the first Mr Men books. Mr Tickle was the third episode aired, narrated and voiced by Arthur Lowe.
Today looks very much like a tickling day, he thought to himself.
Because the TV show was based off the original books, he is as he should be. It is an exact copy of the images brought into TV form.
Looking for somebody to tickle. Looking for anybody to tickle. Eventually, Mr. Tickle came to a school.
In the 1990s, a French-produced TV show was made. This was an ensemble show with new stories, and all the characters that had been created at this point made appearances. Mr. Tickle was in many of the stories. It was narrated by Geoffrey Palmers, and Mr. Tickle was voiced in the English version by Gordon Peters.
Nobody likes me anymore, and all I did was tickle them a little.
You can tell this is the 90s. The colours used are brighter, including for Mr. Tickle. They also gave him teeth and a tongue, whereas in the first it was just black. But other than that, he is largely the same. In 2008, an American-British show was produced called The Mr Men Show. This was another ensemble show, but less characters were chosen, and within those, several had their appearance changed for the US market. Mr. Tickle was one that remained largely unchanged, however, and appeared in a lot of the new stories that were made for the show. It was narrated by Simon Callow and was voiced by Rob Rackshaw.
Now remember, Mr. Grumpy, it's your job to answer any questions our hotel guests may have. If you don't know the answer, consult this hotel directory, which is chock full of information.
Mr. Tickle here is much more circular. He has a floating two-tone blue hat, and his eyes in certain shots have the flick at the top. Here he goes from the very bright 90s bright coloured orange to being a much darker orange. Most recently, he has appeared in the YouTube shorts called Mini Adventures. Mr. Tickle was the first to be released. There are no voices in these shorts, and they went back to the more classic design of Mr. Tickle. He has appeared in computer games too, including The Adventures of Mr. Tickle and Mr. Tickle Teaches Maths. Due to his popularity, he's appeared in a lot of merchandise, including soft toys, a lot of soft toys, puppets, clocks, I think they missed a trick here not using his arms with the hands of the clock, t-shirts and mirrors. I think it's safe to say that Mr. Tickle is a firm fan favourite, instantly recognisable and one of the main characters in the Mr. Men franchise. And although in his book he's described as a tickle, he is of course definitely a Mr. Men through and through.